I'd like to welcome y'all to hip hop stop. Hip hop stop.
You're now listening to the Hip Hop Stop here with me, Conor Brannelly, joined in the studio with Glenn Brannelly. Yes, we are live on the Hip Hop Stop all the way to Dublin. We have our special guests on tonight's phone. We've got Air all the way from Boston. How are you getting on?
What's going on, hey, what's up?
What up? Good to have you on the show. Great to have you on. You're live all the way across Dublin right now.
Yeah, we're psyched about it too.
Brilliant.
Happy Monday. It's not even Monday.
It's Tuesday. That's how crazy your world must be. Listen, we just first of all, we're delighted to have you on tonight's show on the Hip Hop Stop here on Dublin South FM. So really appreciate you taking your time out to come. So just basically,
no problem, man.
We just want to get a little bit about yourselves, a little bit of information. It's just, can you describe Air as a group, or describe, just basically introduce yourselves first of all?
All right. Well, I'm Dave. I do the production and choruses for Air, and yeah, Carter, you want to introduce yourself? We'll talk about.
Yeah, and here I am, Carter. I guess you could call me the MC. So you'll hear me rapping, singing, doing whatever.
Cool. Just a little bit about the group. How did you get the group? How did the group become together, or how did you become together? Are you mates? Are you friends, or what way did it work?
Well, we started out as a band in high school, and then we kind of morphed it into a two-person duo thing where we kind of, cross over into hip-hop and make beats, but also, have a live band for our shows. And it's just, we've just been cruising ever since then, working hard, touring, putting out music videos and albums and all kinds of shit. Junk. Sorry. And been a great ride since then.
So you have a very, very unique sound. I feel like you're very fresh in the scene. It's not something like we've heard over here, really. You haven't, you're only really reaching Ireland right now. So how did you get that unique sound?
This is Carter here. I mean, I'd say Dave and I just grew up listening to so much different music over the widest, spectrum. Whether it was R&B or jazz or straight hip-hop or, reggae.
Yeah.
So, I feel like it just kind of came naturally for both of us. We had, a wide variety of music as influences, so, yeah.
Who did you listen to growing up artist-wise? Because obviously your sound is so diverse. Who did you listen to? Was it a wide different, was it variable artists? Was it just hip-hop, or was it just rock? What was it? That's probably for Dave.
Me, this is Carter again. I always listen to a lot of Chili Peppers and the Arctic Monkeys and Bob Marley, pure reggae, rootsy kind of stuff, and then Sublime, and it was just kind of all over the place for sure.
I noticed you talked
about, same here, for sure.
I noticed you talked about the Arctic Monkeys there, and I do kind of get a vibe of Arctic Monkeys, the cheeky personality tunes about the album. It kind of gives me the same vibe when I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
It's a real cocky kind of cheeky vibe. Is that the vibe you type? Is that it's a fun vibe? Is that what you're trying to give out on the songs? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I've always been into I think you have to be a little bit cocky in your in sometimes in your music. You got to give people something to kind of party to and be a little bit ridiculous to. We definitely try to have as much fun as possible and make that the music that you get excited when we put out more of it, and you get excited to listen to it again, and we definitely keep that at the forefront.
Good, that's good. And just about your album, when listening back to some of the songs that you've released, that there seems to be a great chemistry between Dave and Carter, between yourselves. How does it work in the studio? How do you come up with the songs? Is there ever conflict? Is it tough, or does it just flow in the studio when you get together?
Normally off the beat, Dave, 99% of the time, Dave will show me, a couple beats he's been working on, just some songs that he's laid down, production-wise, and, if we're feeling it, if we get excited off something, we'll maybe hash out a concept. Maybe David will already have, a concept idea, and we'll just throw it together. I'll start, writing verse ideas and just, brainstorming in general. And then, the process, we do it over, kind of a long period of time. We try and edit the lyrics and kind of like work everything out as like over time. So
brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, and you definitely keep that hip hop vibe. Like, it has that rock vibe and it has the hip hop vibe, but I really like it. Definitely unique.
Thanks, man.
Just
Appreciate it.
Just a quick question: the ladies must love you guys on tour, do they?
Well, I mean, we have a lot of very young girl fans, like, and they're definitely some of our top supporters. So those like 16-year-old girls, they buy a lot of merchandise. They support us.
That's not a bad complaint.
Absolutely no problem with that.
Carter, just in terms of hip hop influences, who would your inspirations in hip hop? Are you a big hip hop fan still? Are you more of a 90s person, or what way are you in the hip hop scene? Or
let's see. This is Carter. I'm thinking, for me, I've always liked the sides of like Biggie in terms of just like lyrical flow and attack, but then like Kid Cudi on that more modern front for kind of like pushing the envelope and like being like into a melodic kind of thing.
Yeah. And you kind of get that great vibe from you guys that it is very melodic. It's kind of like it's seamless in the songs. I've noticed that when you're listening to the album, it's not like the choruses don't stand out. They stand out, but they seem to work well together on the song. So big respect to that. I think it's a really good thing. I think if you get over it, I think Europe is going to love you guys.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to get out to Ireland for sure.
You'll have to come over and have a few drinks, or if you drink or whatever you do, you'll have to come over and have a party with us.
Rock with the HipHopStop.
Oh yeah, we'll get a couple pints and get crazy.
Dave, what about you? Obviously, you're a great producer. Who would be your inspirations when production wise? Have you got anybody you look up to at the moment, or have you got anybody in the past that you inspire to be like?
Yeah, I mean, I pull from a lot of weird different areas, but I don't know. I'm inspired by anything really, anything that like where the beat, like the instrumental or the band that's playing, whenever the music really seems to like strike you a certain way, and it's very strong and like it's bold and it's like it really makes you feel a certain way as opposed to just something that's kind of been done before, something basic or something like that.
Yeah, the same old crap.
Yeah, not only the same old crap, but like the same old tricks and like the same sounds and stuff like that can get boring. So I like when people kind of bend the rules a little bit. And I mean, in terms of like production, obviously like Rat-a-Tat and I mean, for old school producers, I love people like Nick Wiz.
Yeah.
But that's more hip hop. And then, I mean, in terms of like melody and stuff, like John Frusciante from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think influences me like heavily. The list goes on, so we can just end it there. You'll get it.
Brilliant. What about Carter? Who would you? This is a question for Carter. Who would you love to feature on a track? What artist at the moment would you love to get on a track?
I've been super impressed. I know collectively we've both been real impressed by Chance the Rapper out of Chicago. He's our age. He's new to the scene, and he's crushing it. So I could definitely see us working with him.
Brilliant. Yeah, Chance the Rapper actually only performed over here in Ireland, one of the biggest gigs. He did an 80,000 gig there recently when he performed with Eminem. I'm not sure if you know about that, but he's definitely he's definitely up and coming here in Ireland, and there's a lot of people on the Facebook and the Twitter talking about him here in Ireland. So he's really the acid rap scene seems to be picking up when it comes to it's making its way over to Europe, the new scene, the new style. So you'd love to get on a song with him, yeah?
Yeah, man, for sure.
And he's independent as well. So are you guys on a label, or do you plan on being on being on a label?
No, we're not now, but it's not that we have anything against the label either. It's like we just want a good fit,
Yeah.
And lately, the people that we've met with haven't really shown us that it's like it's a no-brainer, and we want a no-brainer. We want to shake hands with someone who, really sees eye to eye with what we're doing, and doesn't, want us to do something different. And maybe one day we'll sign, maybe one day we won't. But it's just if it does happen, it's going to be just right.
You want to keep your own sound without being molded into somebody else, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Just on terms of what's the plan? What are you doing right now? Are you on tour, or are you currently producing, or what are you doing right now?
We're actually in Dallas, Texas right now. We're on tour with the Dirty Heads and Pepper. So we're, it's like a reggae hip hop kind of scene. So it's been big shows every night. We're on the road, but we got a couple more weeks left before we head to New York City to start, producing and getting back in the studio.
Brilliant.
We also just dropped a music video for Pretty Lady.
Yeah, we just
as well, which is off the album.
We just checked that out. That's pretty sick. So we're actually going to play that just at the end of the interview. If you don't mind, we want to play Pretty Lady tonight on the show.
Of course, yeah.
Brilliant. Can we just talk about the album?
I'm definitely not stopping you.
Listen, we'll be regular spins on the show. Don't worry.
Thanks.
All right. That's what we love to hear.
Listen, just talk a little bit about the album. Can you tell us a little bit about the album and how long it took, and just a brief run through of the album?
The album is self-titled. It's a little. Our first album was called The Bright Side.
Yeah.
And this album is definitely a little more edgy, and a little more aggressive, just because we wanted to. Keep it exciting. It's still got the regular feel, the party stuff, the feel-good stuff. But it's definitely a little more edgy. But we like to keep it exciting, and maybe the next one will sound totally different. So
cool.
that's the self-titled rundown right there.
Cool. And for anyone listening, obviously, when they hear the song after the interview, they're going to be going, listen, we want to get that album. Where can we get your album? Where can we link you? Where can we find you on the internet?
Oh, man, glad you asked. We're everywhere. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We're on Vimeo. We're on, let's see, where you can get the albums on iTunes, Amazon Music, Rhapsody, Spotify. Wherever you are, we'll be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, brilliant. And is there any plans of a European tour? Will that ever happen? Hopefully.
Yes, we actually just were on one for about 10 days, but we made the huge mistake of not coming to Ireland. So in the future, we'll
be back.
Definitely, we want you.
Guaranteed.
We want you back. Definitely come over, and you're welcome anytime. We'll hook you up. Don't worry. We'll let you in on the scene.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Brilliant. Just any shout outs to give to anybody just before we let you go? Any shout outs to anyone you want to give in particular?
Definitely
we want to thank y'all and Pepper.
Yeah,
for having us on this tour. But and thank y'all.
Yeah, we want to thank y'all for having us, and Ireland for listening.
Brilliant. We'll definitely be regular fans of yourselves, and listen, we hope to have you on again on the show with more work that comes through. So definitely, if you keep in touch with us, we'll play whatever you got, and we'll definitely have you on again. Man. If you're more than welcome to come on anytime. Cool. I just want to say appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on the show tonight. We want to have you back on, and I wonder if you could intro your own song onto Dublin South FM radio HipHopStop right now. Yeah, Pretty Lady.
All right. Yeah, man. Well, we're here, and we want to thank y'all so much for having us on the show. And we're about to play Pretty Lady off our brand new album, Air. So you better enjoy it.
Appreciate that. All the best. Thanks. Best of luck with the tour. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'd like to welcome y'all to the hip hop stop.